Up, let me then talk about the two West Virginia officials who are under fire for their reaction to the nonprofit director posted on her Facebook that it will be so refreshing to have a classy, beautiful, dignified first lady back in the White House. I'm tired of seeing an ape in heels. The town's mayor then responded, "Just made my day, girl." Now, so when you talk about people rioting, you know, a lot of this, we've had contentious presidencies before. This is different. This became about race. This became about gender. This became about abuse. It became about a lot of things that we would never normally be talking about. Now, this is not something new, because if you recall, when Obama was elected, a poster that was put out by some kid who worked for some senator put a poster out of all of the presidents. There's a Washington, Jefferson, and the last picture was the new president, which was Obama. Yeah. And it was a pair of big eyes and giant red lips. So this is not new, but this is what has been unleashed. Yeah. In the country. So people are doing things, and yeah, people are rioting because they're angry
and scared,
and all kinds of.
I need to read one thing. This is a must-do from. This happened in West Virginia. Both women have reportedly apologized, and the mayor said her "just made my day" was not meant to be racist. So
you know what? And here's
it has to stop on both sides.
And it just, but you know. The pot has been stirred.
Well, what's happening on the other side, though, that's bothering you? What's happening from the anti-Trump people?
No, I'm saying that on both sides, people are upset. You're saying it's justified to riot, but at the same time, we have to respect.
I never said it was justified to riot. I said I understand that people, that's all right, that people are upset. And then I read this because this is why people are having a hard time. But it's never okay to riot. Listen, I protest with the best of them. I've been arrested with the best of them. I believe in protest.
That's where I'm coming from. It's not right for either side to be bullying one or another, because it's happening on both sides.
Well, and it was such an emotional election. That one thing that's crazy is I'm starting to get offended by my own friends that voted like me, because now there's a heated temperature that I'm seeing some of that come out in them. And it's like, I am not trying to normalize anything Trump did, because I do think as early as the Republican primaries, we saw what this fight was going to look like among the Republican candidates. It was raised to a new level. But I'm not trying to normalize where we are. A part of me says that as someone that believes in our right to push back when we disagree, I want to wait till he shows me something I can fight on. Because right now he's still lining up the team, and some of those team members are a little scary. But I feel like when you want to use resources and you want to use power, I love people that come out and protest and don't want to be forgotten. But I want to use my voice and my power when I have something to fight.
Yes,
listen,
but you see,
as
a person of, I just have to say this, because I have to. It's a hard table to say this too, but you can wait.
Yeah.
Okay? But people who have been offended from day one, they are having a hard time. Yeah. And I know everybody wants we'd all like it to calm down, but you have to understand, when you talk about banning Muslims, little kids are scared that they're not going to be able to go to school because when they come home, their mother and father are going to be gone. That's what we've got to deal with, and that's why people are upset. Yeah. You know, people have a lot of fright has been stirred up into this, and fright not just with, but you know, one of our kids here, her father has been here for 50 years, legally, came in legally, raised his children, paid his taxes. He now feels he's not welcome in his country. He's a Muslim. There is a lot that people have to, it's not as simple as, you know, we have to get it together. You have to understand people, it's going to take a while before people are not frightened anymore.
Well, I was sort of glad when I saw that he put Reince Priebus in there, because he's like a normal Republican that you can deal with. Right. But then he put this guy, Steve Bannon, in, and everybody's now worried because he represents what they call the alt-right.
Let's talk about him when we come back. Let's talk about him.
It's a little scary to see that man in that position.